It's a rainy Saturday afternoon at Holy Trinity High School where two of the top Long Island Catholics battle yet again. Rivals, St. John the Baptist and Holy Trinity here in Hicksville, New York. It is the Catholic Health Game of the Week. The Cougars of St. John the Baptist visiting the Titans of Holy Trinity. I want to thank our sponsor for today's game, Catholic Health. Well, a pleasant good afternoon, everyone. Dylan Butler alongside Brian Soper. We are at least temporarily dry in the box, not so much outside, but in a way it's almost it's eerily similar to last year's game where these two teams met, granted later on in the regular season, but it was a rainy day. It was a sloppy game, one that St. John the Baptist won, and it helped propel them the rest of the season. They won 5 of their next 6, including the AA1 championship. So these Titans come in. So they want a little bit of revenge from that loss last year.
Yeah, I think both teams are looking to rebound from week 0 losses. And, you know, Trinity's looking for revenge for last year. And I think St. John the Baptist is looking to pick up some momentum, right? It's a new year. Both teams look much different than they did last year, but both teams are eager, right, to get that first win of the season.
Yeah, when we look at St. John the Baptist, as you mentioned, a tight defeat last week in week 0, 21-20 to St. Francis Prep. But these guys, they are primed to bounce back. And when we spoke with Phil Alba, their head coach, said, listen, a lot of those mistakes were self-inflicted wounds, right? Things that we can clean up, and we expect them to play a cleaner brand of football this afternoon.
Really impressive talking with Coach Alba. He understands this is a new squad, and he's really excited about coaching these young men up. They watched the film. They had a week to prepare, and, you know, he's willing to put guys out there, maybe make some growing pain mistakes to start, but they're fired up to kind of correct those things and get better for the end of the season.
And so when we look at these Cougars from St. John the Baptist, let's take a look at a couple of the players that we expect will play a big part in today's game. And you'll love it when we start with the old lineman. We did it a week ago with Chaminade, right? We're doing it here as well. Julian Vitucci. What if they want to move the football, if they want to protect their quarterback, Max Bowers? Vitucci, one of the best in the Catholic League as an offensive lineman, and Jaden Miller, he will be part of maybe the most interesting matchup today. Whichever of those star Holy Trinity receivers you want to line up, Miller is taking him mano a mano.
Yeah, Vitucci, coach described him as an animal, an absolute animal. And Jaden Miller, right, D1 looking prospect at corner, facing 2 really dynamic receivers. Look for him to press up and play them one-on-one. And Coach Alba feels like, you know, his guy can win.
He does, yeah, and that should be one of the more interesting individual matchups here this afternoon. Holy Trinity, they started the Gino Tassone era with a home loss, 28-7 to LaSalle Academy. But it's one of those games, so you look beyond that final score, right? You had 3 touchdowns taken off the board. You had your quarterback throw for 350 on an off day. So similarly, a lot of self-inflicted wounds for the Titans, things that they are pretty confident will not happen again.
Yeah, 28-7, but much closer than that with those touchdowns getting taken back. Coach Tassone is really looking to clean things up, right, and hopes that, you know, with a week of practice and some more experience, right, the Titans will be ready to roll today and not have those touchdowns come back. Instead, lighten up the scoreboard with a bunch of points with a high dynamic offense.
Speaking of high dynamic offenses and just players on both sides of the football, we've seen these guys for a number of years. Chase Cruz, it doesn't get more electric and dynamic than Cruz on both sides of the football. And Enoch Thomas as well, another guy. A lot of these guys are going to go 2 ways. Thomas will be that lead rusher, but also be a big focal point of the Holy Trinity defense tonight.
Yeah, both of these guys are playing 2 ways. Both of these guys bring tremendous character as well as speed, right? Speed's going to kill today for Holy Trinity, right? You have Cruz and Simpson on the outside, and you got Thomas running the ball. Both of these guys are 4.5, 4.6 type, 40 speed.
So those are the Titans, and as you see, the Cougars making their way on to the field for this fun one. We take a look, Soap, now at the keys for both of these teams. We spoke with, of course, both head coaches, and they outlined what they both need to do to get their first win of the season.
Yeah, St. John's the Baptist, they want to be disciplined. They want to be more physical at the lines, both lines, right? And weather any momentum storm early. If they go up or down, all right, they want to just kind of stay level-headed and trust the process. Holy Trinity, right, keep those penalties at a minimum, right? A block in the back took back a huge dynamic play last week. And again, be tougher up front and display assignment football. Do your job, right? Take care of business today for the Titans.
Well, we are going to do our job as well here at Varsity Media. It is the Cougars of St. John the Baptist, and it's the Titans of Holy Trinity. Opening kickoff when we return right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
At St. Francis Heart Center, we're not just regional heart experts. We share our greater success with the world. We don't just pioneer technology. We do it more than anywhere on Greater Long Island. And we don't just win awards. We deliver greater outcomes for people like you. As New York's only specialty designated cardiac center, we're not satisfied with just being good. This is Long Island. This is St. Francis Heart Center. And greater lives here.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any teams looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
And look at this opportunity. Feldman behind. Jersey pulled. Feldman! Feldman!
Here comes the 1-0. Hit on the ground at first. Quinn's up with it. Feeds to Varela. It's a no-hitter! And Division's moving on. Nassau County AA champions.
As West barks out the signal. West is going to keep it himself inside the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Southside.
Varsity Media offers sportscast coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the fall, but spots are limited. Contact us today for football, soccer, field hockey, and volleyball by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
Back here in Hicksville, you see Chase Cruz and the Titans making their way on to the field for this encounter with St. John the Baptist. And hey, we have some moving images from last year's encounter. Let's take a look at last year. By the way, this is not a live image. This was in fact last year. We head fast forward to the fourth quarter. Chase Cruz, so the rain was not stopping him. 95-yard kickoff return, and the Titans go on the front foot here. So Cruz, does he have the Titans cruising? Well, Lucas Skoda says no. Look at big number 7. Power his way to the outside. That's a 33-yard touchdown run. The all-important PAT, Lance Myberg. Myberg tries to clinch it here with a field goal. A botched snap. Now the Titans have one more chance here, as they've got the ball late here in the fourth quarter. But their rally fell just short. St. John the Baptist in the rain in Hicksville, so they won that one 10-9. Ugly win, sure, but it is a win, a much-needed win at that part of the season. It came after back-to-back shutout defeats at home. Lehigh on homecoming, and then Monsignor Farrell. The Farrell game was when there was a quarterback switch. Max Bowers came in, and the addition of Bowers at QB and that win, momentum shifted for the Cougars, and they never let it go.
Yeah, St. John the Baptist went on some run, right, winning the AA championship. Same recipe, right? That defense led by Skoda, right, is going to be really the fuel that's going to need to stop this Trinity offense. A little sloppy again. We're going to watch for ball control and making sure that you hold on to the ball, no turnovers, right? Both teams want to play clean football.
And then you add literally the elements, right? And kind of how will that affect things here this afternoon, as the captains from both teams meet at midfield for the coin toss. Joined there by our referee for today's game, Chris Atchison. These are rivals, and Gino Tassone, the Holy Trinity coach, said, listen, back in my day, it was Chaminade and St. Anthony's as our main rivals. But obviously both of those teams in AAA, and, here we are in AA1, and it's St. John the Baptist and Holy Trinity who have played some epic battles these last few years.
Yeah, coach said that they kind of recruit or are looking at the same type of kids, right? Somewhere there's some 8th grader trying to decide where he wants to play football next year, and who knows, right? Maybe the outcome of this game can determine someone else's future.
So Holy Trinity won the toss. They deferred to the second half, and it will be St. John the Baptist who will get the ball to start this game here this afternoon.
I was walking in today to Trinity, to the stadium, and I saw a bunch of alumni, and that's what Coach Tassone was talking about. He's about bringing back Holy Trinity Titan football, right? Bringing the alums, having a barbecue, right? So it's nice to see that spirit of football live back here in Hicksville at Holy Trinity.
We will pause here now for the playing of our national anthem.
Community, thank you so much for coming out on this rainy Saturday, and a warm welcome to our visitors to John the Baptist High School. Take a moment to put ourselves in the presence of God. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Strong and faithful God, as we come together for this concept, we ask you to bless these athletes. Keep them safe from injury and harm. Instill in them respect for each other, and reward them for their perseverance. Lead us all to the rewards of your kingdom, where you live and reign forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. And now our national anthem.
back here at Holy Trinity High School. Great scenes here for the national anthem.
Little Chris Stapleton.
Yeah, different version. I like it. Perhaps part of the Gino Tassone playbook there. As you see the Cougars on that far sideline here, getting set. Listen, a lot of eyes were on these Cougars a year ago, right? Winning the AA1 championship. Obviously, you lose a lot of key players from that team, guys who are now playing on the next level. But you're still getting now the other team's best game, right? Any team wants to beat a team that won the championship a year ago. So you've got outside expectations maybe, but Phil Alba said that's a lot of kind of what they're managing as a team this year.
Yeah, I think that's the hardest thing, right? You take people a little bit by surprise, and now you gotta follow it up, and you build a program. I think that the program's in the right hands. Just listening to Coach Alba, right, and the back of their jerseys say brotherhood. You just get a feel of that family atmosphere at St. John the Baptist, where not only they care about football, but they really care about each other.
Getting set here for the opening kickoff. Good to see Jace DeJean back. Missed last week's game with an injury. Deep for the Cougars. Shamir Lisbon, as well as, I believe that's Joseph Rivera. And already we have our first flag. It's actually Jaden Miller who is deep. As you mentioned at the beginning of our broadcast, both teams looking to bounce back from week 0 defeats. Holy Trinity to LaSalle Academy from Rhode Island, and St. John the Baptist to St. Francis Prep. And this a short kickoff fielded at about the 26-yard line by Miller. Spins, and he's taken down just shy, or it looks like right at the 45-yard line. So we mentioned last year, right, and the pivotal moment which came the week before this win when Max Bowers, they call him Sunshine, entered. We wish we had a little sunshine here today in Hicksville, but there you see Bowers and his week 0 numbers. Listen, this is a guy who could sling it, who could run it, but probably biggest attribute is a combination of his leadership, Soap, and also just a great attitude.
Yeah, it's good size, 6'3", 195, has complete trust of the coaching staff and his team, and Coach says in the huddle, all eyes are on him. He exudes confidence.
So St. John Baptist, 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Not much there for the kid they call Jungle, Jovan Bonilla. Let's meet the offensive starters for the Cougars. Robert Holder, running back. He got a terrific receiving group in Mangan, Lisbon, Peters, and Raber. Up front, Maloney, Vitucci, Asbel, Klein, Varnop, and Kyle Cahill. No gain on 1st down for St. John the Baptist. 2nd and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Bowers airs it out, goes to the far sideline. Kevin Peters was his intended target. That's incomplete. Let's meet the starters defensively for Holy Trinity. Up front in a 3-4. Hicks, Hogan, Bergen III. Your linebackers are Williams, DePearson, Castellano, and Nathan. Secondary, very, very good. Your corners are Cruz and Rink, and it's Thomas and St. Mark as your safeties. 3rd and 10, Bowers will run it himself. Great carry, look at a push as well, and he'll get the 1st down.
Yeah, nice run there off the left side. Nehemiah Hicks, got him and went for a little bit of a ride on Bowers' back as he propelled himself past the 1st down sticks. Good run by Bowers. You see that toughness and that leadership that Coach Alba loves.
a week ago had 17 carries for 95 yards. That's a third down conversion for the Cougars. First and 10 from the Trinity 45. In motion here on St. John the Baptist, it was Kevin Peters to do so. Chris Atchison, you see there with the call on the false start. So back up, Baptist 5 yards.
Yeah, exactly what, we don't want to see these penalties creep up again. But no shock on that first down that they ran behind Maloney and Vitucci on that left side of the Baptist line. Definitely the strength for the Cougars.
There were penalties aplenty in last year's rain-soaked meeting in Hicksville. Bowers airs it out, goes over the middle, finds a receiver in Peters, and he will be taken down at about the 30.
Exactly what, Peters is sure-handed, a really good route runner. He sat down there and caught a perfect strike by Bowers. No pressure there, right? No problem as Bowers sets his feet. Good job by that offensive line. The heavies, as they call them.
First and 10 from the Trinity 31-yard line. Here is a run, and a good one at that, by Rob Holder. It'll be running back by committee really for the majority of this season. Holder, though, part of that, trying to get himself more touches this year.
Yeah, he's a senior, good size, right? Good quickness. Nice job by Cahill, 59, the right tackle, getting out in front. Nice gain there by Holder.
And actually, apologies, he's 23. It looked like that was Joey Rivera, 21. With the, again, by committee, right? Numerous guys will see those touches.
Cougar committee.
2nd and 6 from the 25-yard line. First possession of the game for Baptist. Peters in motion. Bowers, the misdirection, goes the other way. He gets just outside of the 20. Looked like Castellano in on the tackle for Trinity.
Yeah, good run there. Bowers keeps it, follows his lead block, right? Joe Rivera, right? Two-way, really good safety, playing some offense, leading the way there behind the receiver, Braden Mangan. Good job on the edge there, right? These wide receivers, not only can they catch the ball, they can block as well.
So first and 10 from the 20-yard line. Bowers again, calls his own number, finds a hole, and fights his way through. It was Nehemiah Hicks on the tackle.
Good job there. You see in the game, 28, Tyler Jarek, right? That freshman that coach was talking about. He kind of motions out, vacating a hole that Bowers fills. Offensive line is doing a great job for St. John the Baptist.
So nice to have a 6', 195-pound freshman.
Yeah, he's the future.
Bowers, very much the present. Again, takes the contact. He's a big boy himself, right? 6'3", 195, not afraid of that contact.
Yeah, the offensive line is doing a good job. It's 3 or 4 yards before there's any contact by Holy Trinity. Sets up a 1st and goal for the Cougars.
Yeah, 1st and goal from the 9 we saw there. James Alba, the son of head coach Phil Alba. He's the OC for the Cougars.
Yeah, at 74, Logan Asbell, the senior, doing a good job handling the snaps. With the weather, it's important to keep that ball dry.
Handoff, it's Rivera. A little stutter step, tries to fight through. He's pulled down from behind, which will set up a 2nd and goal, it looks like, from the 5.
It's a good job by Tyler Jarek. He was out there. Coach said he's going to be a blocker, and he stayed on that block for the entire time there.
Yeah, nice to know, this is your job. You block. Lightman on the other side, he's got a little more responsibilities as Rivera. Oh, man, he hit a Mack truck in Enoch Thomas. When Thomas hits you, you generally stop in your tracks.
What do they say, Thomas the Train?
Yeah.
Nice hit. That's a big hit, right? It's a big momentum swing. The Titans need a stop here as the Cougars have been driving.
3rd and goal from the 3. Bowers, that's Skoda. And again, this time Thomas had some help but Enoch and Castellanos look like in on that tackle, which now sets up decision time for the Cougars.
Yeah, he said, knock, knock, I'm here, right, to Skoda. Skoda's a big boy, right, getting recruited heavily at his linebacker, strong safety position, winds up in the backfield, right? You had Thomas and Castellano with the tackle.
We've got a timeout by St. John the Baptist to talk this over. One thing they don't have this year is a Division I kicker. You had it last year, of course, Lance Myberg. So in that sense, this decision maybe was more in question, right? You maybe you take the points if you have a guy like Myberg in the conditions. Just you don't know, and I think here, it's again likely a situation that they will go because right now they have what do they call it? Like a rent-a-kicker?
Yeah.
In Wesley Asordo, who did kick a field, or he is the field goal kicker.
But like they've had some success. Bowers has called his own number a few times. Just speaking with Coach Alba, I think he really likes his defense. I think that they're going to go for this and see if Trinity, if they do get stopped, can go 98 yards and drive the ball.
Here we go. Skoda, you've got 7 behind Bowers. He is the power back.
And you see Jarek in there, right? That's their blocker there, their thumper.
Handoff, Skoda cuts it inside, touchdown. St. John the Baptist, as he did a year ago, Lucas Skoda finds the end zone.
Yeah, you kind of know it's coming, right? Maloney and Vitucci and Asbel on that left side. You got Jarek there as well. Handoff to Skoda. Runs through a tackle, crosses the line, pay dirt for St. John's. What an impressive drive for St. John the Baptist.
And remember, they faced a 3rd and 10 from midfield. Bowers got the first down, and it felt like once they got that, then they were off and running. So it'll be Asordo, your kicker.
And with that committee of running backs, it's like you just keep rolling out fresh bodies to tote the rock. And with Bauer's ability to both run and pass, it keeps the defense on their heels.
Lucas Skoda is your long snapper. Brady Lightman to hold. It was a game decided by a point a year ago. This is a line drive kick that goes through, but there are flags. So when I said that before, the reasoning, Soap, is that literally every point matters in a game like this. Chris Atchison details the false start on St. John the Baptist.
Yeah, and again, moving it back 5, right? with little question marks.
Inexperienced kicker, right?
That one went through, but it was a low.
Asordo is a soccer guy. But on Saturday afternoons, he is the St. John the Baptist kicker. So you back him up. This will be a 25-yard attempt.
Yeah, snap and hold, very important in the weather.
And again, that's Skoda and Lightman. Good snap, gets the hold down. The kick is up, but it is no good. So Holy Trinity, after giving up the first points of the game, you do at least not get the PAT, so it's 6-0 right now for St. John the Baptist.
Yeah, impressive first drive. That's the thing about football is that, you play and then it takes a whole week for you to get back on the field. Coach Alba's got to be super happy as he was dreaming about what the first drive would look like, and it ends up in 6 points for the Cougars.
You had a 3rd down conversion from midfield. You had a 4th down conversion on the touchdown. Those are momentum builders for the visitors from West Islip.
Yeah, and you love when you have to make a decision, 4th and goal. Do we kick it or go for it? You go for it. It shows a heck of a lot of confidence in your offense, your offensive line, and your entire team, as well as your defense.
So let's see if Holy Trinity has the response here. As their cheerleaders, they're weathering the wet conditions here. question a little bit too is who is doing the
and where is the
kickoffs
ball?
and where is the ball? Yes. We found the answer to both right there. As walking it out was Wesley Osordo. And we'll actually have a hold here by Skoda. A bit of a windy.
And some of the boys are going to fetch the ball that is behind after the extra point attempt.
Got Nate Gabriel deep, but you can see the guys pushed up a little bit. They're expecting a short kick. It's a nice one. It's picked up by Cruz at the 18. Cruz up the sideline. He's got blockers, and he's pulled down at the 45-yard line. Didn't go 95 this time.
I thought it was a rerun. I thought we were watching highlights of last year. I don't know if you kick it to that guy, right? Chase Cruz is off to the races. You see here, a nice catch. He comes back, puts that foot in the ground. Nice job, nice blocking, right? Any good return has to have some really good blocking. Danny Bergen, the third, leading the way for Cruz as they cross the midfield.
And they're led now by JoJo Patrick, the QB, 6'3", 185. Those are numbers from an off week. It would be nice to have an off week like that, right? 346 yards and a touchdown in the air. He's got the size and experience. This one to Enoch Thomas, cuts it upfield, and he's pulled down at about the 46-yard line. Let's meet the rest of the Holy Trinity offensive starters. We mentioned Patrick and Thomas. What a terrific receiving group. Cruz, Simpson, Williams, and Nathan. Up front, Gene, Bergen III, Hogan, Vitette, and Hicks.
Yeah, Jaden Simpson is a good-looking athlete as well. He ran a sub-4.5 40. Got some offers out there from Army and some others. And we see the matchup we've been looking for on the outside. Jaden Miller.
Yeah, against Chase Cruz. Look out, pressure comes, and a sack on the play. We haven't even met the defense yet, but they've met Josiah Patrick.
It's Lightman.
It was Lightman.
Light speed to get in there. Little play action. We're not buying it, the Cougars. Nice short tackle.
So big defensive play by the Cougars. We have an officials stop, which gives us a chance now to meet the starting defense for the Cougars. We mentioned Lightman right there, Maloney and Vitucci, along with Zaire Grant up front. Different number for Grant, 52.
He was just in there with Lightman in the backfield.
Linebackers, great group, right? Skoda, Ortiz, Bonilla, and the secondary is very good as well. Miller, Rivera, Bowers, and Sandoval.
Yeah, how about Skoda last year? 7 sacks, 79 tackles, 18 or 19 tackles for loss. Right, one of the best linebackers in the entire Catholic League.
And Skoda, a different position this year, right? He used to be the 2 linebacker. Now he's the 3, which was occupied a year ago by the man they called Cujo.
Yeah.
Calogero Rosario. Pat Maloney before that. It's kind of a hybrid, more like a strong safety, which allows him to use his athleticism.
And that's where he's going to look like he's projecting to play in college. So good job by Coach Alba to put him in a position to get recruited at a position that college want to see him at.
3rd and 15 from the 45, and jumping on the far side. That'll get you back 5 yards. That was number 7 was Skoda. We just mentioned him.
He wants that first one of the year.
So you push the Titans up 5 yards from that.
Yeah, and you see Maloney in there, right, playing, two-way, right? He's playing at his natural position of D end.
Third and 14 from the 50. JoJo Patrick airs it out, goes far sideline, incomplete. Miller was in coverage. The intended target was Jaden Simpson. So that's marquee matchup number 2, right? Miller first had Cruz, then he has Simpson, and Miller wins that battle.
Yeah.
What a
step for step with him, right? Good ball, let it out there. Step for step coverage. All right, that's a 4.49 receiver. But Miller, I don't know. I was thinking like instead of Revis Island, right? We know about that. I don't know, like Miller Place or something like that, where like people go to not catch football.
So Jace DeJean will punt it.
That sack, just where you get behind the chains, it gets really difficult.
Really good looking punt. Backs up at number 4, Braden Mangan. Mangan cuts it upfield. There will be a block in the back, though. So this will come back, and we saw it right in front of us, Jovan Bonilla, and now another flag as well.
Yeah, it looks like this one will come back. A little bit of a role reversal, right? Trinity had a long play taken back last week due to a block in the back.
And what's the first thing that Phil Alba said? He wants his returners to catch the football. And he's got one of his better guys in that, in Mangan. You see him there. Watch, I don't know if we can have it on our screen. Number 2 upfield with a block in the back. Might be a little bit too much out of our... It was up there, but then there was a second flag as well.
Yeah, there was a good block, right? Blake Sandoval, 13. He freed up, Mangan to get a big gainer there. Trinity first impressions here, the first quarter. Trinity's gotten guys to the football. I'm sure coach is going to talk about wrapping up, right? They've missed a few tackles early in this game.
So that return very much negated. Cougars start on their own 21-yard line.
See if Trinity can get some pressure on Bowers.
Holder in motion. Bowers looks that way. Dangerous pass, nearly intercepted.
That was Darnell Rink, right? The sophomore, 6'1". St. John the Baptist was setting up kind of a receiver or running back kind of screen.
I feel like if Rink would have caught that ball, perhaps a pick 6 there. Momentum shifts. 2nd and 10 from the 21-yard line. Bowers has Shamir Lisbon. And Lisbon tries to fight off a tackle. The most improved player this season, said Phil Alba. Of course, kind of emerging from his brother's shadows. DJ Lisbon, one of numerous college-bound players from last year's team. And Shamir has really matured a lot in the offseason.
Yeah, big playability. He's explosive. Took a hitch last week for a big gain. Looking to get the ball in his hands on a nice, easy completion. Looking for yards after the catch.
Here we go, 3rd and 5. Peters in motion. Bowers, that misdirection, got him a first down on the first drive. Does it again.
Again, taking advantage of some missed tackles. But that left side, right, you got the animal in Vitucci. You got Brandon Maloney down there, right? You got a great job by your center, Logan Asbell. The misdirection, kind of blocking down there by Asbell. Kind of everyone doing their job, right? Hats on hats. A Lightman with a good, block there as well.
Another big 3rd down conversion. Bowers using his leg, so it's a 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Bowers tucks it under, has a hole again, spins right at the first down marker, maybe just a little bit shy.
Yeah, smart decision. No receivers were open. Good coverage by Holy Trinity in the secondary. Steps up, takes off. The only guy stopping him was Justin Hogan, right, a senior, right, nose tackle. right, kind of the glue to the Trinity line, who was able to bring down Bowers.
Yeah, what did Gino Tassone say about Hogan? Without him, we would have a lot of problems. So he is the problem solver for sure. Bowers again. What a hit in the backfield. And it's that man again, Enoch Thomas.
Yeah, chases it down from the opposite side. You know, it was set up for a big gain. You had some really good lead blocking, but nothing on the backside. You almost don't block that guy. You don't think he's going to get there. Boom. Right, Enoch Thomas says, how you doing, to Bowers.
Approaching the final minute now of this first quarter.
Yeah, he had Skoda and Lightman out there as blockers, but Thomas said, nope, I'm going to get you from the backside.
Bowers on his back foot. And again, great coverage by Enoch Thomas. He is almost playing defense by himself here. Lightman had the reception, and it looked like maybe he was trying to angle to flip it to Lisbon, but Thomas made sure it wrapped up.
You know, what did Coach Alba call Lightman? Quarterback's best friend.
On a third down and 5, you need something?
Right, nice little kind of hook route there. Turns, catches it. Nice, accurate pass. Mr. Reliable.
And it moves the chains here inside the final minute. Again, some misdirection. There goes Lucas Skoda, powering his way into Holy Trinity territory, taken down at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, you see like kind of Vitucci there leading, right? You see how strong he is, great feet. I was watching, he has offers for track and field. He throws that hammer throw.
Well, he lays the hammer here as well.
Man, he's tough, he's strong, right? Good job leading the way there for Skoda.
Well, the first quarter will come to a conclusion, and a really good one for St. John the Baptist. They went for it on 4th down, and Lucas Skoda found the end zone for this 2-yard touchdown run on 4th and goal. And that's why St. John the Baptist has a 6-0 lead here. It's the Catholic Health Game of the Week on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Going, Israel Bonikunda, running back for the New York Jets, and you're watching Varsity Media.
At Catholic Health, when we see our island, we see extraordinary life. The most extraordinary of which is you. It's because our Catholic faith places the highest value on people. All people. It's the inspiration for our exceptional medical care with unmatched compassion. And it's why at Catholic Health you're more than a patient. You're someone's family, best friend, and a neighbor to us all. Long live Long Island.
When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Back here at Hicksville, this is 2nd and 2. Bowers airs it out, goes deep, and Chase Cruz says, not today. That was Cruz and Lisbon this time.
I mean, run the route for him. I mean, what a tremendous blanket coverage by Cruz. Again, two-way, goes up. Both men try to get the ball at its peak. Knocked down by Cruz. Tremendous coverage, tremendous job. Big 3rd down and short here.
3rd and 2, and we've seen a few 3rd down conversions and even one 4th down conversion for the Cougars. Handoff, hammered, and this will not be a 1st down run. That was Rivera on the carry.
Yeah, Gabe Nathan Jr., 5'9", right, fast, tough. He went low there. I heard he scored a bunch of lacrosse goals this year for the Titans. You see him, multi-sport athlete. 51 was also in there. Nehemiah Hicks, 6'2", 240, leader. 4th down.
Yeah, they listed at 2. It's a long 2, maybe more like 3. That's what you needed to get a touchdown. Let's see. Bowers pushes forward. It will depend on the spot. It looks like it's going to be short. See Justin Hogan, 55, and it is short. So a stop there for the Holy Trinity defense.
Yeah, 52, Jacob DePearson, right, 6 foot 220, nice job. All right, kind of line did a really good job by Trinity, kind of standing up the offensive line. Right, you had the sophomore out there, Guillermo Rodriguez, leading the way for the Baptists, but good job by DePearson and the rest of that line.
So Soap, it's a sport of momentum. And now a chance here for the momentum to shift for these Titans.
Yeah, they went right back to that look, running behind the left side of that line, right, with the freshman Jarek blocking. This time Trinity stood up tall.
You've got trips right, which means a solo matchup at the top of your screen with Cruz and Miller. They go the other way for Nathan, and he'll get out to the 50-yard line.
Yeah, they went to that trip side. I was watching the outside again.
Yeah.
You have that Cruz Miller matchup on the outside. Perhaps someone else is going to have to step up on that receiving core.
And there's numerous guys.
Yeah, there's guys to do it for sure.
2nd and 3 from the 50. Patrick goes over the middle. It's tipped, and it's incomplete. Bonilla was in coverage. The intended target was Ian Williams.
Yeah, the last possession, right, Williams was open, right, when they went deep, right, trying to find him in the middle of the field off his hands. Usually those balls that are tipped in the middle of the field end up in the hands of the defense, but Trinity lives another down here, 3rd down and about 4.
Simpson at the bottom of your screen, Cruz at the top, Williams in motion. Here's Enoch Thomas, an angled run. Thomas, though, it looks like he's just shy of the 1st down. Went more sideline to sideline there, trying to cut it, but a good job by the Cougars to stop him just short.
Yeah, he followed the block of right guard, 72, Joshua Vitette, right, sophomore, good size, 6 foot 270. Fell forward for a few yards. A lot of 4th down decisions so far in week 1, Dylan.
4th and 1. And the Titans, they look like they're going to go. Now, maybe some cadence perhaps and trying to draw St. John the Baptist offside. No, looks like they're just going to go straight up and go for it. And there's Thomas. Spins it to the outside, and it looks like he will get just enough. Skoda in on the tackle.
Yeah, good job there. You know, right tackle Nehemiah Hicks led the way there, 51. Got a really good block at the point of attack, allowing for Thomas to get the 1st down.
And Zaire Grant also in on the tackle.
Yeah.
And this will bring out a measurement. I thought he got it at first glance. We will see.
It looks good from here. I think it's a half-yard good. Sopradamus.
And you are correct, sir.
Oh, short.
Oh, I thought he stretched it there, but no. Oh, and a late flag as well. This against, now let's see. There was a conversation. Chase Cruz was there, as well as Brandon Maloney. Is it offsetting? Is it against one? Let's see. Chris Atchison And this will be against St. John the Baptist. Now they'll be on offense. They'll just be pushed back a little bit. A conversation was had there.
Definitely don't want that as a coach. However, you know, the fact that you are going to have the ball, you'd rather have it be in your hands than to give 15 yards to the other team.
So this will back up the Cougars to their own 32-yard line. Good look there at Max Bowers.
We see the freshman in for Trinity, 46, Dylan Pierce, 6'2", 235 freshman.
Bowers looked to the left, now rolls it out to the right, spins upfield. He's hit hard by Nemo Hicks.
Yeah, Hicks has been everywhere so far for Holy Trinity.
So you're saying they finding Nemo there?
Yeah. He knows how to find the football, that's for sure. Or someone to hit. Good job by Bowers, you know. Bowers has done a really good job with his legs so far in the first half.
We had Bowers with us for our preseason, our preview show over there at Blaze Pizza in Fresh Meadows. Get to more of that in a moment. 2nd and 5. Handoff. And look at it, push forward. Just moving the legs there by Joe Rivera.
Yeah, Joe Rivera with the carry. He's getting a ton of D3 offers, right, for his job that he does with the strong safety position. Watch him, patient run, slips through a few tackles, takes on a tackler.
And then drove forward about 7-8 yards.
Tremendous job.
But back to Bowers. Joked with him when he came on camera. I'm like, have you ever watched Fast Times at Ridgemont High? He goes, Spicoli? Like, what a great, just, you know, he just makes you laugh, right? And so in a game like football, he then lowers the temperature a little bit. And there's Bowers pushing it forward. Look at the help he gets from his big boys as well. Listen, games are won at that line. And Bowers and his boys up front, you saw it right there. They're eating.
Yeah, William Klein Varnett, all right, leading the way there. Receivers blocking as well. Just keep pushing that pile. A little tush push here in Hicksville. You know, get back to Rivera, right? Grinnell, right? Union, right? Some solid programs offering him.
And Bowers again lowers the shoulder. And he is getting a chunk of yards on every carry.
Yeah, Jovan Bonilla there leading the way.
As a result, it'll be a timeout by Holy Trinity. Mentioned before, for Holy Trinity, new head coach Gino Tassone back in the hood. Right, Tassone, a 1998 graduate, played tight end and linebacker here at Holy Trinity. Had guys like Dan Fitzpatrick and Justin Pastore, Brian Murray. Junior year, they lost to Xavier on a buzzer beater. Coach still remembers that one. And then his coaching career did start right here under the great Tony Massia. Said to have been able to coach under him and play for him. He said, all of my football is his. He left Holy Trinity in 2010, became the head coach at Roslyn for a couple of years, and joined Brother Dom up at Kennedy Catholic in Somers. They won a single A title together, spent 8 years there, and now it means so much for Gino to be back home.
Yeah, Tony Massia, an absolute legend, molded some really great players during his tenure.
Bowers, plenty of time. There is a flag. And this more than likely will be a hold. The Massia name really just generally legendary in Nassau County. Vinny Massia, of course, his brother, spent all those great years at East Meadow, now back after his son played up at New Hampshire. And this will come back for the Cougars.
Yeah, and also, talk about great coaches. How about Trinity with Lou Andre's son, right, on the staff, right? You got some, Long Island football royalty that have left their imprint on some of these programs.
And you have so many, too, on this staff who have played here. And more, that means more, right? It's not just a job, right? Luca Trone as well, right? The running backs coach was Anthony Burnetti's backup. Played professionally in Italy. I don't know how good the football is in Italy, but I know how good the food is. So listen, you want to play pro, you want to be in Italy, that's a good job to have. 2nd and 14 from the 45-yard line. Rivera was in motion. Bowers comes up this way, in and out of the hands, and that's an interception. Big 52, Jacob DePearson.
Kind of fell in his lap, right? Usually the sure-handed lineman. Drops it, falls in the hand of DePearson. DePearson, who made a big play on the last 4th down stop for Holy Trinity. DePearson is piercing his way down the field after his interception. He was smelling the end zone.
I was going to say, he was far from the end zone, but he tucked it. He's like, I'm going. Now, granted, he stopped 41 yards shy of that end zone, but still, big moment there for DePearson.
20 years from now is going to be, I caught it, I was almost there, got close to the goal line, but a great job by DePearson. Titans needed that stop.
Let's see if they can now convert on offense. JoJo Patrick. Quick out, has Williams, cuts it inside, spins it back to the outside, still turning like a top. Got a couple extra yards for it.
Yeah, it's getting, got to manage your emotions. We saw an unsportsmanlike flag. Get a little chippy out there again. These teams, I don't know if they like each other too much.
Oh, I know they don't.
All right.
They absolutely did not.
That solves that one.
Yeah.
But a nice catch, right? Coaches in the booth are asking to turn up field and put your head down and, get past those sticks.
Let's name that back in 2021 in the championship game. That was won by Holy Trinity. Speed kills, right? Trying to get to the outside was Simpson. Good pursuit, though, by the Cougars.
Yeah, so that's Jaden Simpson. Anytime you get the ball in his hands, good size, 5'11", ran a 4.49 on the laser. All right, LIU, right? Some other programs, trying to sink their teeth into Simpson. If you're going to get covered by Miller, right, you got to get the ball in the hands somehow.
Yeah, listen, I feel like we've been saying Chase Cruz, Jaden Simpson for like 4 years now.
And Cruz was the lead blocker there, for Simpson, right? They take care of each other.
1st and 10. Patrick rolls right, ducks under a tackle, and that one is complete. Finds Cruz in a phone booth, and it was Bowers in the coverage.
I mean, a tremendous job by JoJo there. Look at him take this hit. This is the freshman coming in, right? Right, that's the freshman coming in there. Tyler Jarrick is looking to make a meal out of JoJo, but JoJo kind of jump pass, found his receiver.
2nd and 3 from the 23. Patrick, an empty backfield. Now Simpson in motion. Flag on the play. JoJo gets it to Simpson, but this is likely coming back. Chris Atchison, our referee. He's the white hat. False start on the offense. So you back up 5 yards.
Yeah, you see, Patrick's rolling out there to his left. He's got 3 receivers at 3 different levels. You know, taking the short one, maybe look for them to take the post or something coming up here to try to get a big hitter.
So a 2nd and 8 from the 28-yard line. We're approaching 4 minutes left in the first half. Holy Trinity trying to find their first points of this game. Simpson looks for options, airs it out, and he's forced out of bounds by Jungle Bonilla. JoJo wanted to air it out, but then really didn't kick it into gear when he had to run the ball. He was kind of between decisions. It looks like
he's
maybe,
holding in a little bit. Right, good tackle in the open field by Jovan Bonilla.
It's good to have a name like Jungle, right? You know you're bringing it.
Yeah, definitely a cat looking to pounce on somebody.
So perhaps some wildcat now as Patrick out of the game. It's like Castellano.
Yeah, and Ian Williams in the backfield with Dylan Pierce.
Oh, Williams reverses course, has blockers, but then the turf monster got him at the 39-yard line. It has stopped raining, but still, it's going to be a slick surface.
Yeah, that just didn't look right. You know, it was just from the snap to the misdirection. Good job there by the line. That's Julian Vitucci, the senior. You know, I love when the coach's first word to describe you is animal.
Yeah.
It's like the Muppets.
That was my favorite Muppet, too. You got Rivera deep. You also have Mangan as well for this punt here by Jace DeJean. You could play some field position here, right, if you're DeJean. Maybe you angle your punt.
Yeah, they had a good return on the first one.
He does angle it, but it is still returnable by Rivera from the 14-yard line. Spins it upfield on his own sideline and gets out to about the 27-yard line. Now remember, too, it's Holy Trinity that will get the ball coming out. So an opportunity here for Baptist, maybe, right? You run your 2-minute offense and you get something here.
Yeah, if you're Trinity, right, you had an interception on the last one. Try to get some pressure. Try to get a tip ball. Try to get steal a possession here before the half. If you're St. John the Baptist, you would love to score here, but you'd also love if Holy Trinity does not see the football again for this quarter.
You got trips on the bottom of your screen. That's something Gino Tassone said. They did some really good things, he said, Baptist did on film in trips. And Mangan, oh, man, you do not see that often. So sure-handed. And this one he dropped.
Yeah, shake it off. All right, get right back out there. Nice job. Bowers has showed some really great accuracy in this first half. Unfortunately, 2 drops by some of his most sure-handed receivers have led to 2 of his incompletions.
And on top of that, you got a holding penalty on the offense. This backs you all the way up. It's like to the 17-yard line. Also likely alters your decisions, right? Like you don't want to be too aggressive this deep on your side of the field.
Some timeouts left as well for Holy Trinity. Let's see if they'll start using them.
There's Skoda, and Skoda gets him back. What a run by Lucas Skoda. Gets it out to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, again, that's Vitucci and Maloney. Little kind of trap-type play here. Good job sealing off the backside, right, by Rodriguez. Skoda, right, just shows off his athleticism. That's a big man who moves really quick past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, 6'1", 210 from Merrick. And that's a catch by Mangan, and a little bit more. Look at the speed by Mangan. Finally pushed out by Enoch Thomas. You said he'd make up for it, that's for sure.
Yeah, you love to see that. Catch the next one, next play mentality. But how about the offensive line, right? They gave Bowers so much time and allowed, rolling to his right, allowed those receivers to go all the way across the field and get themselves open. That's a great job of keeping the play alive, and that shows the chemistry between Bowers and his receivers. If you get open, he'll find you.
Mangan doesn't have that, 4.5 speed, but listen.
I looked it up, 4.7. That's not bad.
Yes, not bad at all. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. Bowers calls it himself, cuts it to the outside, and Bowers forced out of bounds by C.J. Gray, it looked like.
Yeah, Ken Vitucci with a nice block. Some green jerseys were in the area, but just couldn't bring down Bowers, who once he gets going, that 6'3", 185 frame, right, you got to really, really, really work to bring him down.
You see on the back of those shirts, process above outcomes. That's the new slogan this year. It was over results last year, but Phil Alba felt like this slogan is maybe speaks more to what they're trying to preach there at Baptist.
And I love how he said, some guys maybe aren't ready right now, but they have to play. Right? If they're going to be the future of this program, they have to get in there, and he's willing to kind of sacrifice maybe some experience.
1st and goal from the 8. There goes Jovan Bonilla powering forward to about the 3-yard line.
Yeah, good tackle there by Danny Bergen. He's played really well in this first half for Holy Trinity.
And it's funny, right? Because Phil Alba, what's the word that he used for Holy Trinity? They play bully ball, right? But right now, first half, it's the Cougars who are bullying the Titans. 2nd and goal from the 3. And we have a timeout by Holy Trinity. As we take a look, Soap, at some of our upcoming sportscasts. Hey, tonight up in Rochester, we're not making the trip, you and I, but we will have a crew up there as UPrep and St. Anthony's. Friars looking to bounce back. We got a little bit of football. Garden City Southside. That should be fun from Darcy Field and Roslyn Manhasset as well. A little doubleheader for you. Speaking of doubleheaders, back here in Hicksville next week, it's the Battle of the Bridge. Morris Catholic, St. Francis Prep, as well as Immaculata and Holy Trinity. In the Suffolk football, it's West Hampton and Hills West. What a talented Hills West team that is. Back to the pitch with Herricks and Massapequa. Volleyball, how about Manhasset and Belmore JFK? Little boys soccer and Carrie Malvern, and a always fun one on a Friday night. Stepinac and St. Anthony's, all those games right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Speaking of the Catholic team, right? St. Anthony's right looking to respond right after a loss to Chaminade, which we had last week in week 0.
Here we go, 2nd and goal from the 2. Bowers follows Bonilla, cuts it inside, touchdown. 2-yard touchdown by Max Bowers.
Yeah, nice job. Pretty safe play. Keep it in your quarterback's hands. Lightman with a block.
And you see, too, Bonilla, right, leading the way, number 2.
Yeah, Bonilla. How about Brandon Maloney? How about how unselfish that kid is, right? Getting moved around, playing different positions. Only a junior, right, willing to play offensive line, despite the fact that, his defensive end position is where,
So you missed the PAT before, so now you go for 2. a week ago, there was no field goal kicker. Osordo wasn't there. They had to go for 2 on every play. Dumps it. Bonilla, short. He made the catch, kind of stumbled and tumbled and just unable to get into the end zone.
Yeah, a little Tebow, Cam Newton-esque, right? Fake the run as the quarterback, right? Then let it go. Good catch by Bonilla, but just fell about 3 inches short of the goal line.
We take a look now at elsewhere in the Catholic High School Football League this week, week 1. It was not a good Friday night for the Catholic Football League. Rye and Spalding with big wins. I think Hendrickson won as well. Big one up in West Roxbury. The defending champions, Cardinal Hayes, taking on Catholic Memorial. You got a battle of Staten Island and St. Peter's, St. Joe's by the Sea. How about Xavier, right? Dom DeMarco, a Staten Island guy going back home to take on more Catholic. Iona Prep, Springfield Central, Zavarian St. Francis Prep, and as we mentioned, U Prep against St. Anthony's, all part of the Week 1 slate in the Catholic High School Football League.
Yeah, your knowledge of the Catholic League, Dylan, is unmatched. And, Tucson and Alba, right, they've been around this league for 20, 30 years, right? No stone unturned with these guys knowing the ins and outs of the Catholic League.
So there's Osordo. Still struggling to get that ball down, and he missed last week's game because he had a soccer showcase, which I guess helped the decisions for Phil Alba and his team because, hey, we're going for 2.
Yeah.
We don't actually physically have a kicker.
That's a lot of these teams, right? They go to the soccer team. They're like, hey, listen, anyone looking to do some kicking?
And again, you'll have to have a holder here. It's like that's Brandon Raber to do so. Don't expect that Lucy and Charlie Brown here, and he won't pull the football away. Deep for Holy Trinity is Gabe Nathan. And this one backs up Chase Cruz. He's got to pick it up at the 9. And Cruz tries to spin it to the outside. This time, really good pursuit by a host of Cougars.
Yeah, you have number 1, right? Brandon Raber, right? You had Tyler Jarrett down there as well. A little shadow dancing, right, in a phone booth. Cruz, and they were able to bring him down 3-on-1. That usually works out for the defense.
I wonder when I mentioned that when I made that reference before the phone booth, I wondered if it would be lost.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how many.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the dads. And
I don't want to tackle anyone, especially Cruz.
So 1st and 10 from their own 10, 1:06. There's still a timeout left for both teams here.
What do? You start airing it out here, risk a turnover, or try to get some points? 350 yards. I think we know what they're going to do.
And an empty backfield, right? Patrick under pressure. Slings it back upfield. Intercepted by Mangan. Mangan, pick 6.
He caught that one. Unbelievable job. The pressure, right? 52. He's changing his jersey for today. Zaire Grant, right, with the pressure, makes JoJo roll out. Sure-handed Lightman, one man in his way, to the house for the Brotherhood of St. John the Baptist.
Mangan, a 28-yard interception return. And here's a funny thing about when you go for 2 and you don't get it, you're kind of always chasing. Like it's now, we'll keep going. Although now I guess I misspoke, right? Because Osordo's in for the PAT.
That's that tough decision, like 2 minutes. You haven't had a ton of success moving the ball, but you got to get some points. The last thing you wanted was to put points up on the board for the Cougars.
So Osordo to attempt the PAT. Low snap, good recovery, and the extra point is up and good. Good job there by Brady Lightman on the hold to get it down, and Osordo gets the PAT.
It's a gut shot for the Titans.
Well, you think about it too, right? Because up until these last two scores were both inside the final 114 of the second quarter.
Yeah, but again, it's a little bit of pressure, right? So Zaire Grant, all right, he had his numbers 52 because he's helping out on the offensive line today at guard. But he makes his presence felt, makes Patrick roll out, leads to a pick six.
So the Cougars, both teams, as you mentioned, 0-1 on the season. St. John the Baptist trying to go 1-1 first league game here. And if you're looking for silver lining for Holy Trinity, it's that you've got game breakers on any given play.
Yeah, it starts with a nice return here, hopefully.
Yeah, you've got Simpson and Cruz. Cruz loses it at the 15, picks it up at the 9. This is rinse and repeat from his last kickoff return. Good job by the Cougars in pursuit. So you've got 44 seconds left now.
Yeah, looked like 22, right? Joshua Prue, Jr., right? Reserve wide receiver, D-back, 5'7". Anytime you bring down Cruz on a kickoff, that's big, right? He's not returning it to the house.
Yeah, we saw that last year, 95 yards to the house in a game that was tied at 3 in the fourth quarter.
What do you do here, Dill? You take a couple runs?
I think I take a knee and go to the locker room and talk things over. Let's see. Patrick, though, in shotgun. He's got Enoch Thomas just in front of him to his right. Patrick has the time. Ducks under. Still has it. Oh, throws it behind himself to Thomas. And then Zaire Grant throws him backwards. Perhaps a knee would have been a better decision there.
Yeah, Jared Ortiz also in there on defense. Not an ideal end of the half here for Holy Trinity.
And now that was ugly.
Trying for a little razzle-dazzle. Bonilla cleans it up there as Grant secured the tackle.
And this is the final timeout taken by the Titans in this first half.
In talking with Alba, right, he described last year how when he described his defense, he was like, our defense was nasty. And he was hoping that, some of that nastiness or some of that would carry over that attitude, right, to the defense today. And they look hungry on defense today.
Sometimes all it takes is the team that you really don't like on the other side to get nasty.
Yeah, and a first week loss and a whole week of practice listening to the coaches.
Yeah, they were very disappointed last week. Here's Enoch Thomas. Loses the football and is picked up by Jovan Bonilla.
22 seconds, there's enough time. Jungle jumped on that one. 27 with the hit. Michael Murphy.
Listen, if you are St. John the Baptist, what an opportunity here to really blow this game open.
Yeah, handing it to you on a silver platter. Yeah, nice job, right? We're seeing some names, right, that didn't get a lot of time last year. Step up, make plays. That's what Coach Alba wants, this brotherhood, this doesn't matter how many people we lose. What do they say, 30-something seniors?
31 seniors from that championship team a year ago.
Come on. Reload.
Mangan is that lone receiver at the bottom of your screen. Bowers runs the opposite side. Dumps it out, finds Lightman. And Lightman gets out of bounds. Smart play by Brady Lightman.
Yeah, again, that safety blanket right for Bowers. Nice gain, 10 yards.
Yeah, 6'4", 195 from Bayshore. Had 3 receptions for 25 yards and a touchdown. That up back, that 4 back. Right, he gets his hand in the dirt, but he's, of the guys they have in that position, more of that receiving threat, as we've seen here today. Second and short for the Cougars. They still have a timeout, too, at their disposal. Bowers goes end zone. This one overthrown. The intended target was Kevin Peters.
Yeah, St. John's was running a little type of mesh route there where they had 2 receivers crossing over each other.
So 3rd and 1, you do stop the clock for the chains to move. So you can get a first down. You don't have to go end zone. Here for SJB, we do know it's obviously 4 down territory, right?
Yeah, look for Mangan or one of these guys to take a route that's going to get them to the end zone.
And that's Holder out of the backfield. Makes the catch. The Cougars signal for a timeout. And that will be their final timeout of the first half. Rob Holder, 5'8", 160 from CI.
Yeah, Rob Holder with a nice catch there, a wheel route for St. John the Baptist. There's Cruz makes that tackle. It was one man between him and the end zone. It was Cruz, and Cruz stopped him in his tracks.
See on the opposite side, the Alba connection, right? You got Phil Alba, the head coach, in his 6th season. 13th overall in the program. His son, James, is the OC. Phil is your defensive coordinator. So it is a family affair for the Albas.
Just talking, I'll play for him right now, right? He's just one of those guys that even through a telephone, you just get that feeling that not only is he a football coach, but he's like a father-type figure to a lot of these kids, and just really, he's doing it for all the right reasons.
So here we go, 1st and 10 from the 11. Neither team with any timeouts remaining. Holder in the backfield. Bowers dances, and he is taken down. A sack in the backfield, and that is how this first half ended. So for Holy Trinity, at least there's that sliver of positivity. You at least stop Baptist from getting back into the end zone, and you do get the ball coming out.
Yeah, good job by nose tackle Justin Hogan there to get that sack. Bit of a coverage sack there for Holy Trinity, but they definitely needed to, stop the bleeding there and not allow another score for the Cougars.
So a rivalry game here in Hicksville, and the first half has been dominated by Braden Mangan and the Cougars. Pick 6 from Mangan. And St. John the Baptist has a 19-0 lead. It's the Catholic Health Game of the Week. All St. John the Baptist in the first half. Highlights and more coming up right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
At St. Francis Heart Center, we're not just regional heart experts. We share our greater success with the world. We don't just pioneer technology. We do it more than anywhere on Greater Long Island. And we don't just win awards. We deliver greater outcomes for people like you. As New York's only specialty designated cardiac center, we're not satisfied with just being good. This is Long Island. This is St. Francis Heart Center. and greater lives here.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any teams looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
And look at this opportunity. Feldman behind. Jersey pulled. Feldman! Feldman!
Here comes the 1-0. Hit on the ground at first. Quinn's up with it. Feeds to Varela. It's a no-hitter! And Division's moving on! Nassau County AA champions!
As West barks out the signal. West is going to keep it himself inside the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Southside!
Varsity Media offers sportscast coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck. For the latest news in high school sports, be sure to check out varsitymedia.net or follow us on social media at Varsity Media.
Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the fall, but spots are limited. Contact us today for football, soccer, field hockey, and volleyball by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net. When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
At Catholic Health, when we see our island, we see extraordinary life. The most extraordinary of which is you. It's because our Catholic faith places the highest value on people. All people. It's the inspiration for our exceptional medical care with unmatched compassion. And it's why at Catholic Health you're more than a patient. You're someone's family, best friend, and a neighbor to us all. Long live Long Island.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
Hey parents, how about a bobblehead for your athlete? Bobbleheads are one of the most preferred personalized gift items today, and it's so easy to order. All you need is a photo of your athlete, a model number from our extensive collection of bobbleheads, and the sculpting process begins. 2 proofs are sent for your approval, and once it's approved, in a few weeks, your bobblehead is on the way. It's that simple. Order your bobblehead today by logging into varsitymediapass.com and click catalogs or call 516-403-2050.
Did you know Varsity Media now offers action photography for all sporting events? Available for individuals or teams, we'll send dedicated photographers down to field level to capture your best moments. Our rates are affordable and our photos will leave you with lasting memories for a lifetime. Contact us today, mention this ad, and get $25 off your first order. Email ben@varsitymedia.net or call 516-403-2050.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
At St. Francis Heart Center, we're not just regional heart experts. We share our greater success with the world. We don't just pioneer technology. We do it more than anywhere on Greater Long Island. And we don't just win awards. We deliver greater outcomes for people like you. As New York's only specialty designated cardiac center, we're not satisfied with just being good. This is Long Island. This is St. Francis Heart Center. And greater lives here.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any teams looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
And look at this opportunity. Feldman behind. Jersey pulled. Feldman! Feldman!
Here comes the 1-0. Hit on the ground at first. Quinn's up with it. Feeds to Varela. It's a no-hitter. And Division's moving on. Nassau County AA champions.
As West barks out the signal. West is going to keep it himself inside the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Southside.
Varsity Media offers sportscast coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Back here at Holy Trinity, oh my goodness. So, do they have Uber Eats or DoorDash there? Can we get one of those up to the booth?
They just got to walk. They don't need a car. Just 2 for the booth, please.
You got the burgers going. So listen, I'm not sausage and pepper. If you give me the choice there, right? I'm going sausage and peppers there. It looks nice.
Yeah, those. Yeah, I'll take one of each, please.
Part of what they have going on there at the snack stands behind the bleachers here at Holy Trinity. On the field, that football has been dominated by the visitors today. St. John the Baptist, a 19-0 lead here at halftime. How did they get there? Let's show you some of those first half highlights. Started on their first drive. They went for it, right? 4th and goal. Lucas Skoda gets the 2 yards he needs to get into the end zone.
Yeah, 7 for 6 there.
And you see Skoda, another look. 6-0, St. John the Baptist. 6:21 left in the first quarter at that time. That score stayed that way for a very long time until we had another similar situation with Max Bowers. What a first half Bowers had.
Yeah, just following the offensive line. The offensive line kept him clean for most of the first half. Right, Bertucci, Maloney, Asbel, Cahill, Rodriguez, and Grant, all the boys doing a great job up front.
Bowers 15 carries for 77 yards and a touchdown, and then big play here, right? You back up. Trinity's got to go for it late. You see Patrick off his back foot. Mangan picks it off, gets into the end zone, 28-yard interception return.
Yeah, to the house, right? Just tremendous. St. John the Baptist closed out the second quarter very well. Right, Mangan, I believe his dad's a Trinity alum, right? Used to scoring touchdowns on this field.
We mentioned Bowers running the football. Also 6 of 12 for 86 yards. Had that one INT. Skoda, 4 carries for 34 yards and a touchdown. But Holy Trinity, as they're making me hungry, yeah, 3 please. Yes, that's a good one. 20 yards of total offense for the Titans. 2 turnovers. -9 yards rushing the football.
I think it's the big names have shown up, but I also think that some of these lesser-known guys, maybe on the JV last year, didn't get a ton of time. Right, Mike Murphy comes in, right, tackle, right, strips the ball, and it leads to another possession for St. John the Baptist. So, we've called out a lot of names for that St. John the Baptist roster.
We know the dads are cooking. Can the Titans cook in the second half? We'll find out when we return. You're watching the Catholic Health Game of the Week. It's St. John the Baptist with a 19-0 lead here at halftime on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
At St. Francis Heart Center, we're not just regional heart experts. We share our greater success with the world. We don't just pioneer technology. We do it more than anywhere on Greater Long Island. And we don't just win awards. We deliver greater outcomes for people like you. As New York's only specialty designated cardiac center, we're not satisfied with just being good. This is Long Island. This is St. Francis Heart Center. And greater lives here.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any teams looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
And look at this opportunity. Feldman behind. Jersey pulled. Feldman! Feldman!
Here comes the 1-0. Hit on the ground at first. Quinn's up with it. Feeds to Varela. It's a no-hitter. And Division's moving on. Nassau County AA champions.
As West barks out the signal. West is going to keep it himself inside the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Southside.
Varsity Media offers sportscast coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck. For the latest news in high school sports, be sure to check out varsitymedia.net or follow us on social media at Varsity Media.
Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the fall, but spots are limited. Contact us today for football, soccer, field hockey, and volleyball by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net. When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream events. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
At Catholic Health, when we see our island, we see extraordinary life. The most extraordinary of which is you. It's because our Catholic faith places the highest value on people. All people. It's the inspiration for our exceptional medical care with unmatched compassion. And it's why at Catholic Health you're more than a patient. You're someone's family, best friend, and a neighbor to us all. Long live Long Island.
high school sports fans. Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
Hey parents, how about a bobblehead for your athlete? Bobbleheads are one of the most preferred personalized gift items today, and it's so easy to order. All you need is a photo of your athlete, a model number from our extensive collection of bobbleheads, and the sculpting process begins. 2 proofs are sent for your approval, and once it's approved, in a few weeks, your bobblehead is on the way. It's that simple. Order your bobblehead today by logging into varsitymediapass.com and click catalogs or call 516-403-2050.
Did you know Varsity Media now offers action photography for all sporting events? Available for individuals or teams, we'll send dedicated photographers down to field level to capture your best moments. Our rates are affordable and our photos will leave you with lasting memories for a lifetime. Contact us today, mention this ad, and get $25 off your first order. Email ben@varsitymedia.net or call 516-403-2050.
Back here at Holy Trinity High School. Second half moments away. Dylan Butler, Brian Soper, our entire Varsity Media crew here for this Catholic Health Game of the Week. All St. John the Baptist in that first half.
Yeah, the end, they really closed out that second half really well. Thought they dominated up front. I thought Bowers has had a tremendous game. St. John the Baptist got the start that they needed, right? Rebounding, hopefully, from that week 0 loss.
As you see, the Cougars on the other side. A year ago, 7-4. But think about this. They won 5 of their last 6, though, right? This game, a year ago, this was their turning point. They also had a big win. You see there at a glance, 7-4. We mentioned they beat Chaminade. That was a big one for the program. But a lot of guys who are now playing football on the next level. You got DJ Lisbon, he's at Post U. Lance Myberg and Jake Campese was your long snapper. Those guys are at LIU. Brandon Rains at Franklin Pierce. Chris King at Southern Connecticut. Lee Webber, that anchor of the offensive line at Hamilton. Mikey Kanza at Endicott. Andrew Simmons, your lead running back at Alvernia. Jake Gagliardi at Wesleyan. Ben Lemler at RPI, and Cujo Rosado, at Grove City. Don't forget about Philippe Leganor at Buffalo State.
And that's the reason why this coaching staff and the players have had to find different spots for guys. You got Skoda playing a different linebacker position, right? You got Zaire Grant, who lost 100 pounds lighter, right? So he can play, in the linebacker and have some more speed, right? And you got Maloney, right, who's shifting to the offensive side of the football. You add that, unselfish players with talent like Jaden Miller on the outside, who's been locking it down on the outside as the corner.
And what a amazing way to end their season last year, beating Moore Catholic in the championship game. That at Fordham University, right? Terrific venue for the triple header that was the Catholic Football League Championships, winning the AA1 title game. Cougars back in the day, they were a AAA force. 4 AAA championships to their name in 84, 82, 81, and 80. That one AA1 title, and you also have AA2 championships, 4 of them. The last one coming in 2013 when they beat Zavarian 51-14. So it's a program that under Phil Alba's leadership is on the rise. They're trying to build things at St. John the Baptist.
Yeah, and winning's going to be able to do that. Winning a game here against Trinity when you're kind of competing for some of the same kids, right? Also competing against guys at Chaminade and St. Anthony's, it's not easy, right? And when you get people in your program, you got to find spots for them. And as Coach Alba says, coach them up.
An opportunity for a return, but Gabe Nathan fumbled it back into his own end zone. So a long field now for JoJo Patrick and the Titans. It was a difficult first half, 20 total yards of offense. -9 on the rushing side of things. They've got game breakers, but they didn't have game-breaking plays in that first half.
Yeah, and I think if you're Holy Trinity, you're going to want to look to maybe like settle things down, maybe establish the run a little bit, maybe do some more of those jet sweeps or bubble-type screens like extended handoffs, right, rather than trying to push the ball down the field, which has led to some interceptions at the end of the half.
So the Titans will start their first drive of the third quarter. When we started the game, it was a pretty steady rain, and right now overcast skies. Was a bit windy earlier, but pretty nice now. Yeah, twin receivers, the top and the bottom of your screen. Patrick over the middle, and that one is intercepted. Murphy up the far sideline. Hit hard, but another interception for the Cougars.
27 was looking for 7, right, off of the interception. Same guy, right, about 20 minutes apart. Forced fumble. Now he picks one up over the middle, gets some blocking, takes it deep into Titan territory.
A 35-yard return to the 6-yard line. As Max Bowers, you mentioned his numbers, 15 carries for 77 yards and a touchdown, 6 for 12 in the air for 86 yards and an interception.
Yeah, nice job by the OC for St. John, kind of mixing in both the run and the pass, keeping the Titans, off balance.
That's James Alba, Phil Alba's son. And this run was eaten up. Credit Tyler Williams, 56, first in on the tackle.
Yeah, nice job by him. Coach DeSone called him the strongest guy on the team, weight room warrior. Wrapped him up. Gabe Nathan came in to finish the job.
I joked with DeSone. I said, big fan of LT? He said, maybe his dad is. He says, now you say LT, they don't think Lawrence Taylor anymore, do they?
Yeah, that number, you just, it's like getting 23 in basketball. You're going to win 56. You better show up.
Skoda in motion. Bowers over the middle. Mangan, touchdown, 11-yard touchdown reception. And Mangan is everywhere this afternoon.
Little pitch and catch. You see his route running ability, 5'11", 165. 4.7 speed, right? Not a burner, but a precise route runner. Look at that separation. That's a 10-yard touchdown or so, and he got about 15 yards of separation off the line of scrimmage.
Skoda is your long snapper. Lightman to hold, and it's Wesley Asordo, the junior. That kick is up, and it is good. Asordo loves it. Had a PAT last week as well, the first of his kicking career. 26-0 now for St. John the Baptist.
Is there a name for that when you have both a pick six TD and an offensive TD?
Like a Gordie Howe hat trick? Yeah, it's a good question.
It's pretty impressive by Mangan.
And think about this too, right? We mentioned cut over the middle, right? Drop the football. We're like, doesn't happen. And you said next play mentality, had a big first down catch and run as well, and has also coming up some more big plays.
That's what you get. You get senior to senior. You have trust, right? You have coming off a very, confident winning season. Those are the guys that are going to lead you. The guys who were in the fire last year, who are now seniors, who want to go out on a similar note.
And Asordo, look at this. He actually gets to kick it off the tee.
And Mangan right out there on special teams on the kickoff.
You have Simpson and Nathan deep for the Titans. This one takes a bounce and goes into the end zone. So Assordo got himself a touchback as well. And now the Titans, a whole lot of adversity in this one. Again, they opened the season with a 28-7 loss here against one of the better teams in Rhode Island, LaSalle Academy. Gino Tassone said of that one, listen, you know, we had a 50-yard touchdown called back because of an illegal chop block, a 90-something yard punt return called back for a block in the back, went up 7-0 on an offensive pass interference, thought was questionable, so that's 3 touchdowns off the board. But when you watch the film of this one, first half, the score represents the way this game has gone.
They need something positive on offense to happen, right? They need something positive.
Here's a handoff. Nathan up this near sideline. And that's something positive right there for Gabe Nathan.
Yeah, that's what I like. I like to see that. I want to see them run the football, you know, whether it's, you know, straight line or kind of on these jet sweep type action to get the hands in their skilled guys. But we need to see the chains move for Holy Trinity.
And they do there.
You know, Demarion Singh was lead blocking there. Good job by him to lead the way. Again, you need some positive things for the Titans.
You have Cruz at the top of your screen. This is a handoff to Singh. Powers forward to about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, carry, you know, he blocked that one. Now he gets rewarded with a carry. Singh, a nice 5 yards for Holy Trinity. Stephon Jean, right, leading the way. Junior, 6'6", 260. Talk about a raw piece of clay on the offensive line. You had me at 6'6".
And Singh as well, just a sophomore, right? So tough, fast, shifty as they've trying to work things out there with the chains on that far sideline. That's what Gino Tassone said. Listen, they've got JV back here, right? He said he could have easily had 50 on his roster, but then you got 25 guys not playing, right? So now you're back, you get a JV team, and that's at least starting to build your way back to the Catholic League Elite. Here's Williams and Skoda. Up in his grill, forces him out.
So good completion there. You see Skoda, right? He's kind of playing this hybrid linebacker position. It allows him to be a little bit more off the line of scrimmage, see things, right? That's what he's really good at, reading the play. And it allows him to be the quarterback and make those calls for Coach Alba's defense.
That was, though, good enough for a first down. Ian Williams, that Erasmus Hall transfer. We know how dominant Danny Landsberg's program is. They're in Brooklyn, one of the top, not only the PSAL teams, but top teams in this area.
St. John's might be bringing the house here.
Patrick, you're right. Here they come. Patrick goes over the top. And there's that matchup again. Miller and Simpson. That was an incompleted pass.
You know, that's Jaden Miller outside, right? He's in that press coverage. He's sitting. Coach called him a technician, right? With a wingspan, with the technique. Runs lockstep with Cruz here. LIU, Marist, Sacred Heart. I've already offered Miller. That list is going to be looking to get longer and longer as this year goes on.
Yeah, Phil Alba thought he had the best 2 corners in the league last year. Chris King on the opposite side, Miller back.
Go! Go,
As Singh takes the first contact, keeps pushing forward to about the 44-yard line. Big run by the sophomore.
Yeah, a little smash mouth football here by Trinity. Moving the chains.
And again, an official's timeout. I think Skoda, are they checking for some blood maybe, or? Well, there is significant blood there. He's like, it ain't mine. Let's play football. Big play here for the Titans. They want to move the chains. 3rd and 1. Patrick goes over the middle, and that's incomplete. Bounces it to Cruz.
Yeah, you saw 95, senior Dylan Montalban providing just enough pressure, right?
Well, he's one of those guys that I always said we got to get him to play. We need
he
reps
can't
for
stand
him.
there. We need him to play, and kudos to the coaching staff willing to coach him up and give him an opportunity.
So the Titans going for it here from midfield. Here comes Singh to the outside. And he'll get what he needs to move the chains.
Yeah, running behind, Danny Bergen the third, right, the junior, right, Josh Vitette, Justin Hogan. Nice job. Singh's been a nice, good job there, switching his hands to the outside, protecting the football. Singh bringing some life to the Titan offense.
Yeah, and you needed them on the field, right? A sustained drive. That's what you have right now to the St. John the Baptist 37. Singh again cuts it up the field. And it was Bonilla with the shoulder check. But again, another big first down run by Singh.
Yeah, kind of a cross block in there by Hicks and Bergen. Leaning on those two guys to carve out some space. Can't sing his praises enough with that cutback.
See what you did there? First and 10. Back to Singh. Why not? This time, though, pushed backwards. Zaire Grant, 52 in among the tacklers.
Jared Ortiz, 20 there as well for St. John the Baptist. Done a good job of tackling the Cougars. Not too many missed tackles for the boys in white and red.
Gain of 2 on first down. Patrick pushes Singh out, so it's an empty backfield. And the Cougars, they didn't like what they saw there, and a good timeout called by Phil Alba. There you see the head coach, who, if you follow his Instagram, an accomplished chef as well. Loves it. He's in the kitchen. He's telling you what he's making. Valley Stream Central back in the day, 1984.
I'm gonna get my phone and follow him right now.
Don't do so if you're hungry.
Kind of go together, right? Football and food.
Of course. And you love too, right? The back of the jersey. It's all brotherhood. That's the big mantra.
It's got that like BC, like red bandana, Wells Crowder type of vibe to it. We're getting closer to 9/11, right? You can't help but think about the sacrifice that a lot of these, whether it's fire, police, right, as we get closer to that date. What do you do if you're Trinity? You went with the 4 receivers. You keep the same play, change it up, maybe look.
You've got empty again. It looks similar to what they were going here, right? He's not really used his legs too often here this afternoon. Patrick, quick out, finds Simpson. You get him into space. Simpson cuts inside. Touchdown, Holy Trinity, 24 yards. We mentioned game-breaking speed, and it's throughout this roster that includes Jaden Simpson.
Yeah, Simpson, quick catch, almost like an extended handoff. Watch this block on the outside by Williams. Tremendous job there. Makes Skoda miss in space. 4.49 on display. Great drive, right? Starts with a little smash mouth. Sing, bring some energy to the offense. The line's blocking better. Get it to the hands of your playmaker. Makes a house call.
So now Jace DeJean to attempt the PAT.
Yeah, that was Ian Williams with a tremendous block on the outside.
Danny Bergen is your long snapper, and Williams is your holder. DeJean, PAT is up, and it is good. And the Titans are on the scoreboard courtesy of that 24-yard touchdown reception from Simpson. 26-7, St. John the Baptist. You're watching the Catholic Health Game of the Week right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching Varsity Media, New York's high school sports network. Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any teams looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
And look at this opportunity. Feldman behind. Jersey pulled. Feldman! Feldman!
Here comes the 1-0. Hit on the ground at first. Quinn's up with it. Feeds to Varela. It's a no-hitter. And Division's moving on. Nassau County AA champions.
As West barks out the signal. West is going to keep it himself inside the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Southside.
Varsity Media offers sportscast coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-20.
Back here at Hicksville. And that will be a flag. DeJean, that kick got caught up in the jet stream here. Bounced out of bounds. Cougars will take the ball at their own 35-yard line. An important possession, right? Important drive here for St. John the Baptist.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's possible to come back in this amount of time, but if you are going to do that, you need a turnover, some kind of change, turnover on downs, a turnover, something to go your way.
Handoff up the middle, spinning forward. That was Holder.
Yeah, Danny Bergen again with the tackle for the Titans.
Holder really, Alba calls him a conscientious player. Deserves to start, a guy who watches a lot of film. He asks to be coached up.
Trustworthy, right? Gonna short-handed.
Kevin Peters in motion. We saw this play in the first half work really well, and it does again as Bowers moves the chains, but there is a late flag on the play. And that was thrown from the white hat. That's Chris Atchison, and it is a hold. Bring it back. That misdirection, we saw it so much last week with Chaminade, and we're seeing it next level, right? NFL games so far. And that play has worked well for the Cougars.
Yeah, it's a lot of action, a lot of lead blocks. Pretty safe play, right? You're not have to worry about a handoff. You're keeping it in the hands of your senior leader quarterback. Sounds good to me.
Holder in motion in the backfield. Look out. And Bowers, that's a heady play by Bowers. You had the big fella, 56, Williams, chasing it down.
He looked a little bit like LT coming off the edge there. You know, you get a penalty, You get an incomplete pass, which stops the clock. Got to get off the field now if you're the Titan defense.
3rd and a long way here. 3rd and 17 from the 28-yard line. Trips right.
Watch Mangan.
Bowers goes over the middle, has Lightman. And Lightman pushes forward, stretches forward. And he did move the chains.
Oh, my God, that was huge. Great job by the offensive line. You see the length there. We talk about Guillermo Rodriguez. He's got that lanky frame, does a good job at the point of attack, giving Bowers enough time to find the QB's best friend.
Yeah, Lightman, all 6'4" of that frame to stretch forward to get the first down. Bowers ducks under pressure, runs it towards his own sideline, and steps out of bounds at the 50.
You know, that was a huge 3rd down completion. It takes a long time for a receiver to clear and run all the way across the field. So much time for Bowers. Kudos to that offensive line.
So 2nd and 5 from the 50 for St. John the Baptist. Peters in motion. You go the other way to Holder. Little stutter step, and he gets the first down.
Not too much wasted movement by Holder. He hits that hole really quick. He's kind of small enough where he kind of hides behind the line. A lot of positive gains for him.
Alba called him a kid that coaches love to coach. He's not going to make mistakes. He's going to listen. He's going to watch the film. Does he have game-breaking speed? Not really, but
he'll take 5 yards.
100%. He'll find the holes, and he'll make those positive plays. Gets it again. Runs towards his sideline. He'll get a few more. Forced out at the 40.
Good job by Cruz, right, coming up to make a tackle.
Alba didn't think that Holder would be that kind of 25, 26 carry guy, but he's getting touches and he's getting the results.
Yeah, he gave us a list of 5 guys that might carry. Lightman leading the way. Again, 19 on the outside. Lisbon.
Yeah.
Lisbon, what a great, block.
Here comes Bowers. Great cut up the sideline. And still on his feet. Touchdown, Bowers. 40 yards to the house. And it was Holder this time as the blocker.
And Lightman had a nice kind of kick-out block. The rest was Max. Mighty Max runs through some tackles, determined to get to the end zone. Watch 8 here. Right, good job at the attack. Boom. Holder as well. Then it's all up to Max. Not great tackling there by the Titan defense. Bowers showing off some of that speed. 6'3", 190. Having a heck of a ball game.
On the kick, it's Osordo, the kicker. Lightman, the holder. And that PAT is good. Max Bowers, 6'3", 195, 40 yards to the house. His second rushing touchdown of the game. We take a look at the schedule here for the Cougars now, and it is not for the faint of heart. You want to play big boy football, you play the big boys. Chaminade, we saw them a week ago beating St. Anthony's in South Huntington.
Baptist beat them last year, right?
Iona, they did. So no doubt the Flyers remember that.
Yes, new coach.
Iona Prep, Fordham Prep, Holy Cross, and then St. Anthony's on the road on a Friday night at Cy Donnelly Field, St. Josie and St. Peter's to close out the regular season. Those final 2 games at home. Cougars in that double A1 division. 17 carries now for 122 yards and 2 touchdowns.
It's a good fantasy football day, and he ain't done.
Spicoli couldn't do that. Fielded at the 15, Chase Cruz. Breaks 1 tackle, cuts inside, spins away, breaks a few more tackles, cuts it up the sideline, still on his feet, finally forced out by Mangan. The official took a shot up the field as well. We hope he's all right.
I mean, did it all by himself there. 35 shakes and shimmies for $1 here. Right?
Broken tackles. That's 1. That's
Spin.
2.
B button.
3, 4. Little stiff arm on 5. That's 6. And then finally Mangan pushes him out. But they haven't been able to get him that in the offensive set.
Well, we saw a little quick hitters. We saw a little change in tempo for the Holy Trinity. I'm sure that's what they were talking about at halftime. Let's see if they can do it again.
So Jaden Simpson on the bottom of your screen had a touchdown last drive. He's covered now by Miller. Simpson. Patrick goes the opposite side trying to find Williams, incomplete.
Yeah, a little bubbles type screen, a little wide receiver screen in the slot. Had Gabe Nathan lead blocking for him. Just not able to meet together there to get that completion.
2nd and 10 from the Baptist 46.
You got Singh back in the backfield.
Cruz at the top of your screen. Here's Singh pushing forward to about the 42-yard line.
Yeah, good tackle. That was Dylan Montalbano for St. John's. Again, Singh's dial up Singh for 5 yards a carry in the second half.
Third and 6, empty backfield.
Come on, Demarion. Let's go, Demarion. Go.
Flip comes this side. That was Gabe Nathan, the junior, but
he got scoted.
He did get scoted.
I mean, just watch Skoda. This is what gives him a little more space to maybe not have to go through as much traffic. He goes from the the strong side of the field to the weak side and makes a tackle.
So Skoda, a guy, right? Alba says maybe.
Yeah, here comes Skoda.
2 inches too short and a few pounds from being considered next level linebacker. But you mentioned, right, strong safety position, which is the hybrid that he's playing now. Maybe get some looks. Here's Patrick, rolls left. Good protection, now rolls back to his right, off his back foot. That is complete to Cruz. Out of the 31-yard line, that'll be a first down, but there's flags. Hold those chains.
I mean, regardless if this comes back, like whether you're going to win this game or not, I think it's important to get Patrick some confidence, and that was a nice-looking pass by JoJo Patrick.
All eyes now on Chris Atchison. Personal foul against the defense. So tack on 15 more here. I think it might have been a roughing the passer against the Cougars.
Scrambling, look at this accurate pass.
I don't know.
Yeah, it looked like it was in the middle of the field. Looked like maybe a lineman on a lineman. It was definitely not in the backfield with the quarterback, but definitely saw a Trinity lineman. Looked like someone might have went low on him.
So plus 15 there puts the ball on the 16.
Somewhere in here by the 40. Yeah, it was a...
Come on, DeMarion. You're down 26.
So Patrick, Singh to his right, quick out, incompleted pass. Simpson, the intended target.
Yeah, went back to the well on that little screen pass that resulted in 6 points last drive. Pass was a bit behind him. You know, you want to be able to catch that in stride so that a guy like Simpson can show off that speed.
Patrick now with Singh to his left.
Cut it up. Good.
Singh bounces off, but right in to the arms of number 52, Zaire Grant. Grant, the senior from Valley Stream a year ago, played on the inside at about 260. But he got quicker and more athletic as well, and still, obviously, as you can see, impactful. A loss on that play.
Yeah, he dropped weight, but he did not lose any of that explosiveness or that sure hand tackling.
Let's go.
He's been a force for St. John the Baptist on the line.
3rd and 11 as we're inside the final minute now of this third quarter. Simpson in motion. Patrick runs to the outside. Chased out by Bonilla at about the 10.
Yeah, a lot of action for 6 yards. You know, multiple receivers in routes. Patrick decides to keep it for himself.
Throw the ball.
So Jace Dijon to attempt the 26-yard field goal, but first we'll have a timeout by the Titans. Holy Trinity, take a look at their upcoming schedule as well. We're back here in a week's time. Battle of the Bridge. It's Immaculata coming to Hicksville, and they take on St. Francis Prep on the road. Technically, that's at Mitchell Athletic Complex, right down the road at Hempstead Turnpike. Then you to Chaminade, to Xavier down to Aviator Sports Complex. Home for Mount and Moore at St. Peter's, and you close it off with St. Joe's by the Sea. Double A1 for the Titans this year. Look at a rebound from last season. So scratch that field goal attempt as the Titans here, 4th and 4 from the 12. Cruz and Miller at the bottom of your screen. And there is movement up front. The Baptist guys pointing towards the offense. Chris Atchison confirms. A momentum killer, Soap.
Yeah, it looked like, 51, Hicks, a little anxious there. Again, they were just, just playing Macho Man over the loudspeaker. Who wants to be a Macho Man for the Titans and get this 4th down past the chains?
Now it's a 4th and 9. Low snap. Patrick fires it, finds Cruz. Miller on the tackle. And it looks like he got enough for that first down. Cruz, though, not up yet. And that is a concern for the Titans. Chase Cruz is like holding that right leg.
Yeah, he won that one-on-one matchup with Miller. Hopefully he's okay. The way he's stretched him, looks like it might be just a cramp, which would be great news.
And he's up, gets the applause from the fans from both teams. Cruz able to, as you mentioned, right, win that matchup with Miller and sets up a 1st and goal from it looks like the 4.
Yeah, nice quick slant route, delivered on time by Patrick.
First and goal from the 3.
They'll officially call it the 3. Here comes Singh. Cuts it to the outside. Singh, nothing doing. Lost a couple of yards. Lisbon on the tackle.
Yeah, good job by St. John the Baptist to string him out wide. Another one of those, Lisbon, another one of those two-way players for St. John the Baptist getting it done.
3 quarters in the books here in this rivalry game at Holy Trinity. The Titans knocking on the door, but right now it's all St. John the Baptist.
Mad Max!
Sunshine, they call him.
The Thunderdome.
Bowers and the Cougars. 33-7 lead through 3 quarters. It's the Catholic Health Game of the Week on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Going, Israel Bonikunda, running back for the New York Jets, and you're watching Varsity Media.
At Catholic Health, when we see our island, we see extraordinary life. The most extraordinary of which is you. It's because our Catholic faith places the highest value on people. All people. It's the inspiration for our exceptional medical care with unmatched compassion. And it's why at Catholic Health you're more than a patient. You're someone's family, best friend, and a neighbor to us all. Long live Long Island.
Dylan Butler, Brian Soper, our entire Varsity Media crew with you here. Start of the 4th quarter in Hicksville. And the Titans trying to claw their way back. It's Baptist 33-7. Enoch Thomas, scolded. I like that. You started something there.
Let's go.
Put it in the dictionary. The definition of scolded, to be stopped in your tracks, short of your destination.
Yeah, 79 tackles again last year, 7 sacks, 18 tackles for loss. He's shown the ability to go sideline to sideline, also to cover.
Third and goal from the 3. Patrick airs it out. Touchdown, Holy Trinity. Good to see Chase Cruz back in for the 3-yard score.
Yeah, that ability, a little quick hit route here. Good job by the O-line. Just kind of locks in on him the whole time. Doesn't matter. that ability to win at the line of scrimmage. That's what Cruz does best.
There's a lot of points you need if you're Holy Trinity, so they will go for 2 here. There's the handoff, cutting it inside. He gets in. And some flags at the end as well, but Simpson gets in for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, you know, you see Cruz with the touchdown, then Simpson with the 2-point conversion. Those are the 2 guys for Holy Trinity. Good job by Bergen, Hogan, and the boys up front.
And that's going to be against, here's Chris Atchison, unsportsmanlike conduct against the defense. That was a late hit when Simpson was already in the end zone, so now you tack that on to the kickoff.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe too early to onside kick here. Pull a rabbit out of the hat.
You need, what, 18 points? I wasn't a math major, but that gets you tied up.
3 scores.
All right. I'm not sure if that was what you do after a touchdown, but hey, listen.
Hey, what?
It's the crowd going, right?
Sign them up for the Olympics.
So we saw Rob Blount's kids last night, right?
2038 Olympics.
Future Rob Blount's kids, I think future quarterbacks perhaps at Oceanside. They were water boys for the Sailors in that big win last night over Massapequa. 2 of the top programs in Nassau Conference 1. A wild one too, right? A long game, that one. So you can see some of the hands team, right, up front. Soap, you got Mangan and Peters.
Especially with the penalty, moving it up.
Lisbon, Lightman.
What do you try to pooch this somewhere deep and chase it?
All right, well, you have to get it 10 yards, which from the Baptist 45 would put it at the 35. Jace DeJean, a very, very good kicker.
You got the trusty Holder deep.
A flag on the play. Looks like there was some movement there ahead of that kick. It was. This will back him up 5 yards. So now DeJean will set up from the 50. And another flag on the far side. At this rate, that whole personal foul that you were able to move the football up, you're going to keep losing it. Another false start. 5 more yards backwards.
Third time's a charm.
You would hope. And I will say, to your point earlier, though, there's a pretty sizable gap from that front group to the guys in the back. Maybe you punt, get it down to about the 30.
There it is.
Yeah, that's more or less where they were trying to go. But Holder able to dive down on top of it.
Smart play putting him back there again. Sure-handed, senior, trustworthy. Was not an easy one to secure.
For the Cougars, as you see them on that far sideline. James Alba, the OC. They would love to have one of those like 13 play drives.
Ground and pound. There's the big guys on the line, right? 59, Kyle Cahill. Oh, we got the
New
Motown.
QB.
Motown look.
It is Mo Scott, the transfer from Riverhead. And here he comes. Motown into your living room. And Alba said, listen, a week ago, you know, had a series for him. Thought maybe there'd be a couple. Good time there to pull that for the junior from Calverton.
Yeah, great size, 6'2", the change of pace. Junior. Like Coach Alba says, he's too good just to sit there. He has to play. They got to figure out ways, and that's their job as coaches, to find packages and times. This is a great time when you're trying to milk the clock.
And with Bowers graduating in May, right, it's going to be Motown all the time next year. Holder to the outside.
Good tackle by Thomas. Probably has 7 or 8 tackles for Holy Trinity. But he just adds that threat, right? This Motown look, just the threat of the quarterback with a little different speed, a little different package. Definitely has the Titans defense kind of maybe on their heels a little bit.
Second and 4. Trips right. Little sidearm look. It's Lisbon to the outside. Peters, a good upfield block. And Lisbon up the far near sideline. He'll point in the right direction for the first down.
Yeah, Mo Scott just shows the ability here, not just a runner. Nice tight spiral outside the hashes.
That's a good, right? Well, maybe a step out there, right? Good look from the field from Ron Pierre.
Again, even though it was a pass, it was a safe pass, kind of an extended handoff. Not too risky, not downfield.
High snap. And there's Holder. Taken down for a loss by Danny Bergen III.
Yeah, he's been everywhere for Holy Trinity. Only a junior. Future's bright with him. Good size, 6'1", 245. Really strong. Kind of gets his arms around you. You're not breaking his tackle.
So a loss of 3. But for St. John the Baptist, you continue to move the clock here. Scott goes far sideline. That's a good looking throw. And a good catch as well. That was Brandon Raber, the senior from Lindenhurst.
Again, a route runner. Coach Alba says he has the ability to find those windows. That was a good catch. If that falls on the ground, the clock stops, all right, and gives another possession maybe. But
and Raber, part of that receiving core that Alba says, listen, you don't number them 1 through 4. It's 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B.
And Coach Alba was really high praise of his staff and how well they coach up the receivers and their ability to understand both man and zone coverage and find those windows. And Scott's shown some accuracy with his passing.
3rd and 10 from the 44-yard line. Scott surveys the situation, airs it out, has Peters, and that is complete. Huge play for St. John the Baptist.
What do we?
Kevin Peters.
You just said, right? There's receivers making plays. Just throw it up. It's kind of like a punt. Nice job by Peters tracking the ball. Those underthrown balls are really tough for defensive backs to work back for.
1st and goal from the 9.
Say you run a few here.
And it's Scott trying to follow Lightman. Good pursuit, though, by Enoch Thomas. But Scott does what he's supposed to do, right? Stays in bounds, keeps his clock churning.
And keep the ball secure. Thomas has been really a short tackler on the outside for Holy Trinity.
At Riverhead, Scott really wasn't asked to do a lot in terms of the playbook, right? More just utilized his athleticism, freelanced a lot.
You just have a feeling that Albert just wants it. Somehow he wants him involved in it. If they do score, he wants him to give him the confidence, right, and definitely feel like he has a huge role on this team.
It was an open competition, and Alba said that's one of the things he mentioned to Bowers. Look at Scott, tucks it under. Scott takes the contacts and still dives forward to about the 1. Mo Scott.
Look out. Little collision on Jerusalem Ave. I thought he was going to take that one in. Good tackling by Cruz on the outside.
But when Scott came into the program, Alba said, I had an open and honest conversation with Bowers. We said, listen, it is a competition. There's a grading system. Bowers obviously won the job, but Scott was going to get his opportunities.
Yeah, rubrics and everything, right? Out in the open competition. It's also like seeing the future, right? Mo Scott, he has a role presently, but he is also the future of St. John the Baptist football.
And it's a touchdown for Motown. 1-yard score.
My girl, my girl.
I was wondering which song you were going to go there. I knew you were going to go somewhere.
I'm a big Barry Gordy guy. Love Motown. Good job. It just felt like the coaching staff wanted to get Mo Scott in the end zone.
Have you visited the birthplace of Motown?
Not.
I did. It was really nice. It was very cool.
Definitely one that I need to. It's just these 3 kids keep getting in my way of traveling.
Skoda. Lightman, and then Astordo. He's getting the feel of it now, huh?
Yeah. Just pulverizing that ball through the upright.
And the Cougars extend their lead to 40-15. 5 minutes left in this 4th quarter. St. John the Baptist getting ready to improve to 1-1 on this young season. (40-15) is your score. Astordo, all kinds of confident right now. He's like, why did I go to that showcase last week? Kicking is fun.
Especially when you get plenty of opportunities. 40 points on the board for the Cougars. You know, this is pride time, right? This is about playing for your school, for your coaches, finishing this game the right way. 5 minutes to go.
Sort of. That's a short kick. It's fielded at about the 26. Is that Danny Bergen? Bergen turned kick returner. The big man.
Yeah, he looked like he's had the ball. He's comfortable with the ball in his hands. A little cut back.
Take a look now at some of the upcoming sportscasts here we have for you on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Tonight up in Rochester, St. Anthony's looks to bounce back from that Week 0 loss to their rival Chaminade. They play up at UPrep. 7 o'clock kickoff for that one. Garden City Southside boys soccer. Roslyn Manhasset. Manhasset won the county championship last year in overtime, beating Garden City. And a doubleheader here in Hicksville next week. Morris Catholic, St. Francis Prep, Immaculata, and Holy Trinity. A doubleheader there. It's the Battle of the Bridge. Sandwiched between those two is that matchup of West Hampton and Hills West. All of these games right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Enoch Thomas, nowhere to go.
Yeah, Skoda first, Bonilla and Jarek tackle. A lot of work for Thomas, right, being on both offense and defense. Kind of limiting his carries a little bit in the second half, I'm sure, due to his workload. Saw Singh a lot in the backfield for the Titans.
I think Singh and Motown are friendly. Ball to the 33-yard line. A frustrating afternoon. The guys in green. Patrick to the outside. What a hit was laid. I don't like the after there, right? Just make the hit and walk off. We don't need the extracurriculars by Miller in a game that is already heated.
Yeah, you see, it's a huge hit, right?
That's the part we don't need. Standing over a player who is prone on the ground.
Yeah, that's a flag in high school. That's a flag on Sunday. It doesn't matter, right? You can't do those types of things. I'm sure the Baptist staff will take care of that. Nice ovation for Ian Williams.
I like that too, right? By Jovan Bonilla as well, making sure that Williams is all right. Good sportsmanship.
You know, you're in a tough spot there. I mean, kudos to holding on to the football, right? Turn up field, and Miller was there with a massive hit. You know, you just want to finish this game. 3 minutes and 48. You just look, the ability that comes up. It's a clean football hit. You just do not need to do that.
Well, it's the extracurriculars that moves the ball, obviously.
But again, Bonilla, great job sportsmanship as he's walking off.
Handoff. It's cut up the field inside the 40. Simpson. So a different way to utilize Simpson's athleticism there.
Yeah, super athletic. Offer out there from West Point. Another tackle by Mike Murphy, 27's had a heck of a game for St. John the Baptist. Maybe a little under the radar. Interception, a fumble, forced fumble, few tackles.
And in situations like this, right, you listen, scoreboard, right, is against you. But you start to try to build for next week and beyond. And that one to Gabe Nathan.
Yeah, he's used to catching the ball in lacrosse, and you see he's pretty sure-handed without a stick in his hand. Nice catch there. Nice. I think it's important to finish this game, right, to get Patrick some confidence. Definitely don't want to start 0-2, but, 1-2 is a lot better than 0-3, and that's some of that mojo can start right now.
Yeah, Immaculata making the trip from New Jersey to Hicksville next week. As Patrick now with an empty backfield, trips left. He eyeballed it this way, comes back again. This one is complete for Nathan. Good tackle by Bonilla. What does he do? Picks him up, taps him on the helmet.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, Bonilla tackles again. He's had a heck of a game. Big kid, can move. Offense, defense. Him and Skoda definitely the leaders on that defense. Who's 75? Cole Sharmack coming in the game. Seems to be a crowd favorite looking at nose tackle. See if he can get in there and make a tackle.
Here's Singh. Gets by Skoda. Goes up towards the sideline, cuts it back up, fumbles the football, and it is recovered by the Cougars.
Guess who? Bonilla strikes again. A little dancing. Bonilla comes in, strips that football.
One of those situations too, Soper, like a guy just, he's trying to make a play,
Yeah.
but did a little bit too much on that one.
Yeah, get down, get down.
So we are going to be in victory formation here for the Cougars, who will make it back-to-back years.
I think the recovery was Raber, one. That's my guess. It's a single digit.
You've got 8 options there.
I say Raber or Mangan, but I'm going to go Raber.
So victory formation for the Cougars. The sun has come out just in time for a very pleasant bus ride back to West Islip for the Cougars, who will be now 1-1 on the season. And as we were just saying, back-to-back years now, trips to Hicksville to beat the Titans.
Yeah, great day in Hicksville. I'm back home. I didn't go to Trinity, but I went to Hicksville. Need any recommendations for food after, Dill? I got you.
I was going to try to get one of those half-price sausage and peppers there at the snack stands.
Free for you. You deserve it. Heck of a job today.
So 40-15 is your final score. As the Cougars rebound from that 21-20 loss at home to St. Francis Prep a week ago, and they're 1-1, feeling good about themselves. Bowers, Skoda, Bonilla, a whole bunch of guys played really well. Holder, Mangan, the guys up front.
Yeah, Vitucci, Asbel I thought was really good. I thought the sophomore, Guillermo Rodriguez, was really good as well.
Memo.
It's going to be a nice ride home on the Southern State or whatever they're going to have to take home.
They can't, they got the bus, right?
Oh, they can't?
What are you taking, Sunrise?
Highway?
Sunrise.
Stop at All American.
So big win for the Cougars on the road. And for the Titans, listen, it's back to the laboratory, try to figure some things out. 0-2 start to the Gino Tassone era. And a tough one coming up next week with Immaculata making the trip across the bridge.
Yeah, but I think, you got Cruz, you got Simpson. I think maybe you found something with Singh, right, in the backfield, right? You have Thomas as a running back, but he played really well defensively. It's difficult if you're going to play that many snaps defensively to play both sides. So perhaps they found something moving into next week.
Well, we will move into next week as well. We'll have those 2 games for you here from Hicksville. Again, Morris Catholic against St. Francis Prep. That's an 11 o'clock kickoff. And then about 2 o'clock or so, it'll be Holy Trinity and Immaculata. So that'll do it here from Holy Trinity. St. John the Baptist wins this rivalry game. They take this one 40-15. We want to thank our entire Varsity Media crew, our executive producer, Ben Turchin. Our technical director is Chris Sweeney. For Travis DeLuise, Becca Kazaks, Ron Pierre, and Kevin Colonado. All of them bringing you all those great moving images. For my broadcast partner, Brian Soper, I'm Dylan Butler, thanking you for joining us from Holy Trinity. We look forward to seeing you next time right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.